10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by All Pro Roofing. AllProRoofingLLC.com on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, Beef, we're handing out a Christmas prize pack that is second to none.
Ho, 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 you know it. We're hooking the Googans up with another collection of goodies from the holiday gift guide at 1010XL.com. We're going to get you a $25 gift card from Tobacco Cove, a $25 gift certificate from Woodcraft, and a gift card for a 1-hour service at Massage Envy. So stay tuned at the end of the 10-minute drill for that.
You know, it's so funny. Last year we pointed just from about week 5 on to the hope of getting the number one pick and all that it means. And we stumbled into the number one pick yesterday. It's like, go home.
Oh, it's 100% different.
Yeah,
this
it's
year.
weird.
180, 103 or 60, whatever you want to say.
Jags have never had a number one pick until last year, and now this year's like, whatever.
No, it stinks because you don't. I mean, look, we want to win. You wanted to have a good feeling yesterday. You wanted to give the fans a W, and the boys can't do that.
That being said, I would rather have one than 3. Because I also get 33 instead of 36. I mean, Now, history has shown that if they do change general managers, whoever that general manager will come in and he'll operate the draft with the seeming inadequacy of someone who's never been in the NFL before, because we are the worst in the world at drafting, and there's just no way around it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we're 1-15 and about to go 2-15, because we have terrible talent, because the people in charge of getting us talent have failed us miserably.
Yeah, you cannot let Super Dave Balke make the picks again. I think that would be a terrible mistake. I mean, just judging by his one class and his free agency, I see no improvement whatsoever.
The draft the year before, too, that it wasn't his, but he was a part of, was even worse.
Yeah,
Jason Henderson.
I'd rather take a chance. Yes, Beef.
Look, at every 49ers fan that I've engaged with, which, about 50,000 of them came in a few weeks ago.
Yes, they did.
They all tell you, this is what you get. This is the brand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the
brand is strong. It hasn't changed.
I'm imploring you to make changes down there. You have to. I mean, you just cannot go forward with what you have. You can't. And I don't know. Who you hire as the coach or the GM, but you got to try something else. You have to. Anyway, rest of the NFL. Well, more Jags talk coming up. Is Bo at 8?
That is the plan, although he is in a depressive funk. So.
Oh, gosh. I had a good 10-minute with Bo yesterday. That should have been breakfast with Baselli, but decorum would prohibit me from playing it.
He was working blue.
He's not. Listen, I mean, God bless him. He cares about the franchise.
Well, here's what also happens. There's so many people out there that had just tried to hope that it's just all Urban and what a disaster he is. Yeah. I'm not saying Tony's in that category per se, but you get an eye-opener yesterday. No. It's way beyond whatever perceived ills Urban
and it's also senseless and silly to sit there and say Urban did all this. No, he didn't. We were terrible last year.
I'd agree with that, too.
We were terrible last year.
He didn't set him back one bit.
I'll even go a step further. I'm not sure this whole Lambeau thing, is the way it's been portrayed. And did Urban deserve to be fired? That's fine. Get rid of him. I got no problem with that. But I don't like when they're, when all of a sudden now we take what happened with Lambeau as fact and like that, he kicked a guy. How could you? I mean, because the way I hear it, and the reports are, there are witnesses there who do not corroborate Lambeau's story. So, and by the way, if anybody could be disgruntled, it would be him. So I'm not sitting here telling you that's, at least by the people I talk to, I don't know that I'm not willing to say that happened 100%.
Well, it's like I said earlier, okay, all you fans, and if there are you players who wanted the big bad wolf gone, there you are, you little piggy, still living in your house of sand.
Yeah.
It's not the big bad wolf that's blowing it down. No. Just a gentle breeze will knock you sideways because we're terrible. And look, I haven't really had one all year. I realize our starting point and where we're trying to get. But I let it all out with a hellacious rant to start the 6th, and now I've let it go. I don't give a rip about this football team the last 3 weeks, what they do. Lose them all 3 and get me to the offseason and make some changes. Or guess what? We'll be 4-13 next year.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
AFC North is a really fascinating division, and it changes week to week. And the Steelers are suddenly a half a game out. They're 7-6-1. The Browns play today. Tomorrow, when do the Browns play the Raiders? Is that today? I think
that's today at 5.
If they win, they'll be 8-6. Baltimore's 8-6 with 3 straight losses, and Cincinnati's 8-6. with a win yesterday in Denver, which was a nice
Playoff
victory
races
for them.
are fantastic.
That division is great, and then New England and Buffalo basically play for the division this weekend in New England. And then don't look now, but the Colts are better than the Titans, and I don't know if they can catch them because there's only 3 games left. And they're
Only
a game
back,
behind,
and they don't have the tiebreaker.
right? So I'm not sure that can occur, but nonetheless, that's I wouldn't want to play the Colts in the playoffs.
No, for sure.
And then the Chiefs are rolling. They've got now the Chargers took their best shot, man, on Thursday night, but didn't come through.
Chiefs have gotten all the way up to the top spot in the playoff.
Yeah.
Chase.
So that's the AFC. It's fascinating.
And the 1 seed is more valuable than ever before, gang.
Right.
You avoid an entire round of the playoffs.
Right.
And you're the only one. In the past, when there were 6 teams, the top 2 seeds each got buys, but no more. You got to be the number 1 dog. And don't look now who has worked themselves all the way back into the conversation, but the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
They were 1-7
Yeah.
and given up
great
on.
run. Stinkfish have done well. And
Imagine they lost
And
to
by
the
the way-
Jags and the Falcons.
I was looking at social media because they were playing during the Jags game yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So I did not see the game. But there were dudes calling for Brissett to play. Like, Tua must have started terribly.
Yeah.
So
I was at the game. I don't
yeah,
know. But
I don't know either. But
his
I'm just
overall
telling you.
numbers weren't terrible.
Yeah.
And Tua is also a lightning rod.
Yeah.
Who people love to tell you
Yeah.
because apparently, Dan, it's not hard to be a quarterback guru.
Yeah.
There are millions of them out there in the audience every
yeah.
Sunday afternoon that can tell you what a noodle arm guy this is or what a head case that guy is or, you know.
But anyway, and then the Ravens, my mother-in-law asked me last night, what would you have gone for? We were watching. She goes, why are they going? I said, I don't like that call. You're at home. You got momentum. You've just scored 14 points. They cannot stop this kid from running.
Let me give you the biggest
I
sin.
love Aaron Rodgers, and I still I don't get it, man. I think he's killing his team, and everybody loves Harbaugh, and I get it. He's done a great job, I mean, through the years. But I really think he's costing his team with some of these analytical type decisions.
He said this wasn't analytical; it was gut. I don't know if I believe him.
Yeah,
but here's
a bad gut. Then
here's the reality, though.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the disclaimer too, because I'm sorry if you go for it for 2 at the last game and you're telling the world I'm smarter than everyone else. I'm sorry, that's just like the classic smartest guy in the room move. Okay, if you really were so smart as to be the smartest guy in the room, you'd know all along that if this game is 31-30, I'm going for 2.
Yeah.
And if you know all along that if this game's 31-30, I'm going for 2, then when you made it 31-23, you should have gone for 2. Because then you get your 2. If you make it, a touchdown extra point wins. And if you miss, you can still dictate the outcome. When you wait until the last touchdown to do that, then...
By the way,
he's done it twice in 3 weeks. He's 2-pointed his team out of the playoffs. If I were the players, I'd be pissed.
Did you see the play?
Yeah.
I mean, he had Hollywood Brown wide open.
Yeah, he missed him.
Across.
Granted, the kid's not playing a lot.
No,
he played a good game yesterday.
He did. But, and then people say, well, the Ravens, they've lost a 1-point game, a 2-point game, and a 1-point game in the last 3 weeks.
They've also won
They
them like
also
that.
won those types of games. So you are what you are. That's about
the Ravens
where they
could
are.
very easily be 5 and 9 or 7-7.
About what they should be, in my opinion. That's kind of where they've been. In the NFC, it's
same thing.
It's Gold Pack Go 11-3, and they're the first into the postseason. The Bucs with a inexplicable loss to the Saints, where Tom Brady got shut out, and the Cardinals with another inexplicable loss. If the Jags and the Lions played, the Lions would beat the Jags by 20, and the Lions are 2-11-1.
The most unbelievable team.
I love that coach up there.
Yeah,
I love that
good,
guy.
yeah.
And they're playing hard, and they took it to Arizona, man. It was great. Good win for them.
What's amazing about the Saints is, they had that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-game losing streak.
Yeah.
And they're still 7-7
No. The most amazing thing about the Saints, in my opinion, is that they've beat the Bucs
Well, that's
twice.
what I was getting.
They beat New England, and they beat Green Bay.
Right.
But they've lost to the Falcons. They've lost to the who else have they lost to?
They played a tough schedule. They barely lost
Giants. They lost to the Giants.
Did they?
They lost to
early.
the Panthers. They lost to
they've been very up and down.
Yeah. So that's
they've got a
kinda,
game with it. They've got Dolphins, Panthers at Falcons. I mean, it just feels like for sure 9-8 is going to get somebody in.
Yeah, somebody.
Right, because there's so many of them percolating there between 6-8 and 8-6 right now, and there's still 3 games left.
Dolphins are 7-7. I don't think they're a playoff type team. The Steelers are 7-6-1. I don't think they're a playoff type team. The Broncos are 7-7. I don't think they're a playoff type team.
But somebody's going to get in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them like that.
Yeah, the Vikings could get to 7-7 if they win their next game. The Saints are 7-7. So, and you know what? The Niners, give them credit. They came back from the dead too. They're 8-6, and they're looking like they're going to get in. I wouldn't want to play the Niners in the postseason.
All right. Well, one thing I was able to cleanse the palate yesterday. I got home from the Jaguars game, just absolutely just frustrated and just hands in the air. I just need another year. I'm so tired of the false promises, the empty words, the hollow cliches that come from the stadium and from a team that can't win an inter squad. I cleanse the palate. I'm not sure there's anything I like watching more in sports than this particular time in slice in life, watching Tiger and Charlie play golf together. It's just so, it's so weird how you take a guy, like if a guy is a celebrity, how just like overly impressed you are that they're like a normal dad. You know what I mean? And so to see these talented golfers out there with their kids playing in those scrambles, and he's just like a little clone, dude. He's a little guy. He's not big for 12.
Oh, he's very small.
Because he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
I thought he might have been a little bit younger, but I was surprised but he hits the ball great, and it's just fun to watch him.
He seems to.
There's so many, but he's just got all the mannerisms. It's kind of.
It's such a. I mean, it's great that he plays, and I hope they don't put. They're inevitably going to put these expectations on the kid, and he's the kind of kid who probably played golf at like in college.
I don't feel like it's there yet, at least, because I'll say this.
But he plays great in this particular tournament. But in the
junior rankings,
he's not that high.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. He must really. Love play. You got pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you got pretty good insurance behind you. You're playing a scramble. I got the best golfer in the world.
Either that, or I really want to
clean up my mess,
impress my dad.
Yeah,
you know?
I will say this: it's so much harder. I will say this: more people know who Charlie Woods is at 12 than knew who Tiger was at 12. Tiger had not burst onto the collective. Now he gets it because
you would have to have been a hardcore golf fan.
You were starting to hear
Tiger.
about Tiger at 12, but really when he's 14, 15.
Yeah, but they would say, "Oh, there's this kid in California who's," but you would have
not as ever present as this guy.
Like we read an art. Gosh, a couple years ago. Remember, I pulled up that Golf Digest on somebody. I don't even remember the kid's name, and we were looking at it and how spectacular the kid was. I don't know who he is now. I don't know where he is.
Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. But you're right. That's fair, and that's because of this event and Tiger, obviously. Yeah. But I guess the other question is, I mean, for
Tiger
a guy,
was pretty good.
Yeah, I think he had a 350-yard drive.
I know he had 320 something for sure. He may have had 350 yesterday, but
I think
he had some other shots.
He's
right about it. It's the stamina, the endurance, being able to walk.
Yeah, but the boys are saying that
he'll be back. Yeah, he definitely looks. He looked like he was sharp enough.
If he keeps getting better, I don't know.
Well, he was. I watched a lot of it. He was sharp. He wasn't missing a bunch of greens. He made some putt. Not granted, that's resort golf. That's not.
He said Saturday after the round. He said I saw that particular interview, and he said, I can putt. I can still putt.
No, he was better than that. And he hit. Now the shots are fewer and further between, but if you can hit,
well, they almost won the thing.
Yeah. And last year they didn't. They really competed. And boy, wait till Charlie's 14. They probably will. A tough break for UNF. I think they may have had a chance to pull a little upset in Tallahassee tomorrow. This year's basketball team is struggling. They have not got going yet. UNF, with that brutal schedule, has played good, in a lot of stops, but that game has been canceled due to COVID. There's been outbreaks all over the sports landscape. A couple NBA games, 3 or 4 were
Beef had a good point. He
yesterday.
said, we're talking to Beef in the break, and he said, the NBA, Christmas Day is a cash cow for the NBA, so they're desperately trying to get there, and then don't be surprised if after that they say, let's take a break.
Yeah, and they might.
Yeah.
I looked forward to Christmas with great joy when the schedule was announced, and now I'm simply going to go up at noon and watch the Hawks lose by 18 to the Knicks, and it'll be miserable. So, and then we turn around on Monday and we'll lose by 17 to the Bulls.
Oh!
So yeah, this should be a nice little back-to-back punch in the face for me. Oh, and sandwiched between. Team Kitty Cat gets to go curl up underneath someone's rocking chair and get their tails smashed for 3 hours on Sunday.
I'm looking forward to March when they're still trying to get the 82 games in, so they have some March Madness doubleheaders.
Yeah, they'll come up with something.
Today at the Garden at noon, the Knicks host the Hawks, then they come back at 8 to host the Kings.
All right, that is the 10-minute drill. We still have a lot more to get to as we move along here on this moment. Yeah,
interesting stat.
Sure.
Aaron Rodgers tied Brett Favre yesterday. They both
Packer
442
God, it's a lot.
touchdown passes. Could you imagine having a franchise where you got
Is
Brett
that-
and then Aaron? But the difference is Brett 442, 288 on the picks. Aaron 442, 93 on
Wow,
the picks.
big difference.
Aaron Rodgers had some throws yesterday that I could only dream our quarterback.
That one
could-
down the middle,
oh,
man.
My God. I mean, but he does have this that Trevor doesn't have: trust.
Yeah.
He knows that guy is going to turn and be there and find the ball and catch it. Our guy, it's going to bounce off his shoulder pad, hit him in the face mask.
And because of all the things, you're also what also helps you Jag fans circle the drain this holiday season.
Yeah.
And granted, with a lot of reasons, we're just not seeing anything at all out of Trevor that makes you excited.
No.
Nothing.
No.
He hasn't had a single moment,
No.
a big throw, an important touchdown.
I'd hit a deep ball in
Nothing. He's done
months.
nothing, and that's getting to be a little bit of a drag.
I think I got one
I was
against
chuckling at our girl Taylor yesterday on Twitter
Yeah.
when Aaron Rodgers was doing his thing, and she's like, "This has been literally my entire life.
Yeah.
Has been Favre and Rodgers."
That's fantastic.
Hello.
All right, let's do caller number 2, Beef. Tell them what they're going to get at 641-1010.
Caller number 2 is ringing in the holiday cheer, Dan, with a selection of goodies from the holiday gift guide. They're going to go home with a $25 gift card from Tobacco Cove, a $25 gift certificate to Woodcraft, and a gift card for a 1-hour service at Massage Envy. You can find those and other great gift ideas at 1010XL.com in the holiday gift guide.